Now to a developing story in Forest Hill where police are investigating a deadly shooting.
A father and his little girl were killed, the area's third deadly shooting in just the past few weeks.
2 people were killed in a shooting on February 21st at an auto sales business on Mansfield Highway. And then just 2 days later, police found a pair of siblings who'd been hit by a stray bullet on Frisco Avenue. One of the siblings died, and today's shooting happened at a car wash on Forest Hill Drive.
We saw people who knew the dad and his daughter gathered right outside that car wash looking for answers.
And as Scoop Jefferson discovered, the little girl just celebrated her birthday yesterday.
Somebody had already reported it and they were on their way.
Becky Johnson is one of several people living near Slappy's car wash in Forest Hill who called 911 Monday morning describing gunfire.
And I heard 6, 1, 2, 3, pop, 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 pop. Then about a few seconds later, I heard another 6, 1, 2, 3, in concession, real fast.
The same gunfire woke up Pamela Barrett, who learned more about the shooting from her son's telephone call.
I said, Mom, hey, I'm up here at the gym. I'll be at the gym for a while. I'm not going to come home because it was an active drive-by shooting. 2 people just got killed up here at Slappy's.
When Forest Hill police arrived at the car wash, officers found 2 people shot dead. The victims have been identified by their family as Ronnie Smith and his daughter, who just turned 5 years old. Their aunt trying to understand why.
He was a good kid, y'all. He was. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't.
His aunt, Stella Houston, describes her nephew as a well-known Fort Worth rap artist named Lil Ronnie. Sources tell WFAA someone opened fire on Smith. He was using the vacuum as his daughter waited inside the car. Forest Hill police are looking for the shooter but haven't named any suspects. The shooting drew a large crowd of family, friends, and people who knew Lil Ronnie from the music scene. Forest Hill PD got help with crowd control from several surrounding police departments as people living nearby pray they'll feel safe again.
Praying for protection of our community here at Forest Hill.
In Forest Hill.
The Texas Rangers and Forest Hill Police are working on leads connected to the deadly shooting at a car wash. It took the lives of a local rapper and his 5-year-old daughter. Those close to the family are now speaking out. The gun violence must stop.
Kedrick Wilson first met Chucky Smith about 10 years ago.
Chucky was an up-and-coming artist, and I was an up-and-coming DJ at the time.
They bonded over their love of rap music. Wilson, known as Mr. Hit That, is a local DJ on K104.5 FM. He featured Smith, known as Little Ronnie, on his show and became his booking manager.
He had great music on there. He had a few hits with other artists. He just recently went on tour with Soulja Boy, and that was like a 40-city tour.
But Wilson says his friend's most important job was being a dad.
Got my little Valentine's with me today.
He didn't miss the dancing donuts. He didn't miss the when you go into the school and you get to read to the kindergartners. So it was a beautiful thing.
He says on Sunday, Smith celebrated his daughter's 5th birthday. The next day, they were killed in a shooting at Slappy's car wash in Forest Hill just before 11 a.m.
He was being a father in the midst of his tragic death, his tragic passing. He was being a father. So it's crazy.
Do you think he was targeted?
Most definitely. Being a rapper is one of the most dangerous things in the world.
Forest Hill police say authorities have identified 2 suspects, and one of the suspects has a capital murder warrant out for their arrest.
Growing up in the inner city, you see death a lot. It sucks to say it, but it's normal.
Wilson says the gun violence has to stop, something echoed by local community leaders and stakeholders Tuesday afternoon.
We must work together to break the cycle of self-hatred that continues to decimate lives and scar our community.
This is my cry out to say, hey, this is how we started. Spark the conversation and start the revolutionary change to it.
Wilson says hopefully through action, future tragedies can be prevented. In Forest Hill.
A day after a shooting left a North Texas father and his young daughter dead, 2 gunmen remain on the run.
Surveillance images obtained by TMZ captured what appears to have been a targeted attack. Tonight, city and community leaders gathered to discuss the frightening crime, but police released no new details about the status of their investigation.
Yeah, Forest Hill police initially told us they would hold a press conference this afternoon, and then they ultimately postponed that press conference to tomorrow. The chief of police there tells me he's working alongside the Texas Rangers in this case, and they need at least one more day until they speak publicly. Meanwhile, we know police are looking for 2 suspects in this case. Tuesday, tokens offering condolences sat outside Slappy's car wash off Forest Hill Drive. A Fort Worth police officer guarded the property, which is still temporarily shut down. It's where Monday, 5-year-old Armani Sibley and her father, 30-year-old Ronnie Sibley, were murdered in broad daylight by 2 gunmen, according to police. Still images obtained by TMZ show Ronnie Sibley, a North Texas rapper also known as Lil Ronnie, running across the parking lot of the car wash and 2 men chasing him while opening fire. If you zoom in on the left side of the screen, 2 men are seen, each holding a firearm. Police are still searching for the pair of suspects who took off in a white Kia. The little girl was killed while in the maroon Challenger. Sky 4 video shows the amount of shell casings surrounding Sibley's vehicle.
If you were aware that the takedown was going to take place prior to it happening, you are not only part of the problem, but you are the problem.
Tuesday, Fort Worth City Councilman Chris Nettles, Forest Hill Mayor Stephanie Boardingham, faith leaders and advocates against gun violence sent a message to the community. Monday's double murder marks the 4th and 5th murder in Forest Hill this year. In all of 2024, the city had 0.
This moment needs to be taken as a gun violence. We're going to stop it now, and we're going to put our foot down now, and this is it. Because we can't keep doing this. We can't keep burying our children.
Fox 4 is told the Sibleys live in Crowley, but Monday stopped in Forest Hill. Little Armani attended elementary school in Crowley and was part of the Safari Sports Cheer Squad, which issued a statement to Fox 4 Tuesday saying they're devastated by this loss and are praying for the family. Family spokesperson Bishop Rodney McIntosh says the young girl was just dropped off to her father at the car wash minutes before the gunfire. And the last update from Forest Hill Police, which was yesterday, they released that they have identified one of the suspects, but no names were released. Also at today's press conference, we asked Forest Hill Mayor what the city was doing to combat this recent spike in crime, and she told reporters that we would have to ask the chief of police, and that's something we hope to ask him tomorrow.
DraftKings, these offers got me.
This security camera video leaked from Slappy's car wash in Forest Hill shows Ronnie Sibley trying to get away from his attackers. Video shows them firing guns with his 5-year-old daughter, Armani Sibley, in the car. She and the popular 30-year-old Fort Worth rap artist known as G Money Lil Ronnie did not survive gunfire Monday morning. It's the type of gun violence.
That's how I started Mothers of Murdered Angels.
Melinda Hamilton knows personally. She lost her 25-year-old daughter in 2017 and 19-year-old grandson in 2020. Today, she's one of the community leaders speaking out against the shootings that killed a Crowley ISD kindergartner, leaving a mother without her child.
We're here also to give them resources to help them in the need as they need right now.
There's no justification for this violence. We call for an immediate cessation of the senseless killings that plague our streets.
Another father has taken another child buried.
Minister Dominique Alexander is also outraged about the father-daughter killing. As president of the Next Generation Action Network, Alexander sent this message to the suspects.
It's simple. Turn yourself in. Don't draw this out.
As Forest Hill Police look for 2 known suspects caught on camera during the shooting, a spokesperson for the family shared this.
The mother wants everyone to know that she is heartbroken and she is grieving. And on behalf of a mother, I would ask that they would do the right thing and that they would come forward.
In Forest Hill.
We didn't let this shit carry on blood. Y'all seeing this internet shit that y'all been seeing for years, but it was smoke first day and no shots was fired at us. See what I'm saying? But shots was fired. See what I'm saying? You know, down where these don't want to bump, they don't want to meet, they don't want to look us in our eyes, and that's a fact. Because on blood, if it was any type of mutual shit and y'all really want to resolve something, you wouldn't be saying all this crazy shit yo dad, and y'all really think these meet up with us, gang? What is wrong with y'all on Blood Gang? Yeah, all this shit safe until it's time to meet up when you done said all this shit. Now you scared, you shaking in your boots on Blood Gang. I'm knowing. Y'all gotta stop letting this internet shit fool y'all, cause all this shit was clout. The interview was for clout, the nigga not selling. I'm no real beef. All y'all did some kid petty rap shit, man. Leave me up out of that, man. This shit real on Blood Gang, nigga. I gotta deal with a lot of shit right now, man. Like, you don't even understand. You ain't never been through this. You don't have the type of around you to take you through this type of shit. Them niggas, every 4E is nowhere near gangster. You not from the South Side. You can't go to Agman. Why you trying to walk? I'm from Agman. Come to the, oh my damn mama, you can't go to that car wash, boy. Yeah, them niggas keep you up out of murder gang. Stop playing. The South Side was never accepting you, gang. You are from Lil Vegas. Keep pushing that shit. Stop saying you from the South Side, gang. Them they just had you Chucky and them running out that goddamn Airbnb. Dick and ball swinging on Blood Gang. Left that boy ass naked. He come out that motherfucker. Dick and ball swinging, and I know because Mad Max was there. Yeah, free Mad Max on Blood. He was pulling up. Yeah. Yeah, he told me about how that came out that whole dick and ball swinging. He had to give him a shirt on Blood Gang. But y'all niggas go hide somewhere. Go crawl up on the rock. Cause that rap shit is over with for y'all, man. It's just, y'all doomed. Boy, that wasn't no car wreck either back then when you flipped a couple of times because you thought you was safe enough to go to a club in my city. Yeah, how them boy had you in a neck brace in the hospital. You all on Twitter thanking God that you still alive. But guess who have touched CJ? Nobody.
Good afternoon. David Hernandez, Chief of Police for Forest Hill. My first press release that I put out, I shared that we had identified a suspect vehicle. We had identified 2 suspects in the incident. And now we've identified the 2 cowards who took the lives of these innocent people. We have public enemy number 1, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender. Public enemy number 2, Jacoby Russell, who's on the run. They're scared, they're cowards, they're hiding. We ask the public, please, you know where they're at? Let us know.
A manhunt is underway for 2 capital murder suspects who killed a father and daughter in Forest Hill. Police say 24-year-old Adonis Robinson and 21-year-old Jacoby Russell are responsible for shooting and killing a local rapper, Ronnie Sibley, and his 5-year-old daughter Monday at a car wash.
The police chief here in Forest Hill says the search is on for the 2 men responsible for this double murder. The chief also called them cowards. 2 capital murder suspects are now identified and subjects of a manhunt.
They're scared, they're cowards, they're hiding.
They are 24-year-old Adonis Robinson and 21-year-old Jacoby Russell, both of Fort Worth. Investigators say the 2 are the gunmen captured by surveillance cameras at a car wash Monday during the ambush and double murder of music rap artist Ronnie Sibley and his 5-year-old daughter, Armani. Public records show Robinson was arrested in 2019 and later convicted for the violent assault of a woman who was walking along a trail near Marine Creek Reservoir. Forest Hill police will not speculate on a motive in the double murders, nor will they say if or how the suspects and victims are connected, pointing out the Texas Rangers are the lead agency in the investigation.
Based on the music industry that he's a part of, it is all part of the investigation. And like I said earlier, we're on a fact-finding base. Everything that's being put out is being reviewed and analyzed by the Texas Rangers.
We know from surveillance images obtained by TMZ that Sibley was chased on foot through the car wash parking lot before he was shot. Police say it's unclear if Robinson and Russell could be hiding out in the Metroplex. However, they are the subject of a nationwide be on the lookout alert.
They are dangerous, they are armed, and we need you to please call 911 and let our police officers respond and take appropriate action.
Now, we asked the police chief if there was a vehicle description to go along with this search. The chief let us know that the vehicle used during the double murder is already recovered. He would not say where that vehicle was found.
Breaking news tonight. We've got word now of an arrest in the deadly shooting we've talked about at that car wash that killed a local rapper and his 5-year-old daughter. So here's what we know right now. Texas Rangers tell us in the last few minutes they've just arrested 24-year-old Adonis Robinson, and they found him in Livingston, Texas. They say that he was arrested in a vehicle at the time. Meantime, 21-year-old Jacoby Russell still on the loose. They are actively looking for him. Investigators are still trying to figure out a motive with all of this, but they believe this was a targeted crime, and now one person in custody, and they will certainly begin asking questions. Whether he answers or not, we will see. Breaking news as we join you at 10 o'clock on this Friday night. The second suspect in that killing of a local rapper, Lil Ronnie, and his 5-year-old daughter is in custody tonight. Forest Hill Police confirming to us tonight that 21-year-old Jacoby Russell did turn himself in. That was at the Tarrant County Jail. U.S. Marshals arrested him on charges of capital murder. Meantime, the other suspect we've talked about, 24-year-old Adonis Robinson, who was arrested yesterday, is set to be transferred to Tarrant County from Livingston. That should happen sometime over the weekend.
And that concludes tonight's episode. Both suspects have been arrested for killing this man and his daughter. One turned himself in, one was caught in Livingston, Texas. But again, R.I.P. to Lil Ronnie and his daughter. Condolences to their families. But these two jokers, man, they finna get pressed real hard from the county to the yard. And PC won't save you. You still will be touched. Until next time. Thank you for watching Prime Crime Network, your source for urban and suburban and around the world news. Hit the subscribe, like, and the notification bell